Do you want to know how to get cinematic footage like this from your DJI Osmo Pocket? Well, you're in the right place. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JT. First and foremost, as always, thank you very much for all the support that you guys have given me in the last couple of videos. It seems that this new gadget kind of tech review segment of the channel is doing really well. Today we're going to be looking at how we get our DJI Osmo Pocket footage from looking like this to this. So I'm going to be doing this in Final Cut Pro, but the same technique can be applied to pretty much any video editing software. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is open up a new library, and then I've set my project settings to 4K 60p. You want to shoot in the highest frame per second for the cinematic kind of slow motion effects. Then you want to load in all your files that you're going to be editing. So these are the files that I took on my DJI Osmo Pocket, and you want to drag these down onto the timeline. So remember one thing, you're going to have to kind of zoom in a little bit to your timeline because you want to be editing and chopping some of the fat off some of your clips. So that's what we're going to do now. So if we just look at this one, I've shot this backwards purposely, so I get the end kind of goal in focus. And now I'm going to reverse the clip. This will put it back into a normal reveal shot, so from behind the pot coming out, as you can see there. But we've got a bit of excess footage at the beginning, so we're going to remove that. So if we just chop that there, and then we don't want to drag the end on too much either after the reveal. Since we're going to put it in slow-mo, we're going to have double the length of footage, so you don't want like a 5-second slow-mo shot. If we go in and slow this down now by 50%, and we look at this footage now, you can see firstly it's much more smoother, and we can chop it about here as well. Yeah, just that end piece we can chop off as well. And on this second footage, what you want to do, you want to find the point at which you got the movement with the gimbal. So if we just chop it there and delete the beginning part, you can see our movement is here. And if we slow this down to 50% as well and watch it, there we go, you can see we're already onto something here. So we will continue to do this for all of the clips. Okay, so now we've done that for all the clips. We've got all of them 50% slowed down. And the next thing we're going to do is go into the color inspector. In here you can see you've got color, saturation and exposure. We're going to start off with the exposure. Alright, so we're going to go into the exposure tab, and from here we can adjust the shadows. And if you double click, it will take it back to the center. We can adjust the mid-tones, and we also can adjust the highlights. So if we get started with this and we drop the shadows just a little bit and maybe up the mid-tone. So I'm doing this based on kind of my own feel of the shot and how I want it to look. We're gonna have to come back into this section in a little while, but there's also a tab up here for saturation, so you can use a global adjuster to overall adjust it across shadows, midtones and highlights. Black and white looks quite good. That's probably something that we could do as well, but for this video we'll keep it in color. And in the color tab, what you can also do is adjust individual colors. So we want to add a custom LUT onto here, and guys, in the description I'll put in a link to 53 LUTs. Make sure we've got that ticked on. And now we're going to pick a LUT. A LUT is just, in simple terms, a filter, so like a color profile. So if we just go through and pick some, you can see this LUT puts a grey kind of effect on, which is quite good for cinematic footage. But if we go through and try finding another, there we go, kind of like the look of this with the dull skies. So adjust the LUT to your preference. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go back into the color inspector and change the exposure around just to make it pop. So just adjusting the shadows, and I think it looks pretty good. There's also a bit of fat that we can trim off the beginning of the video, so if we get rid of that, there we go, much better. Okay, so you can see the difference right there. It looks much more cinematic with the LUT on. So it's important that depending on your scene you pick the right LUT and that you adjust the mix accordingly. So we're going to copy that effect and paste it across all the rest of the videos. And yeah, we can remove any audio effects because we're going to cut all the audio out anyway. And now you can see that we've got it across all videos. So if we select all, detach the audio and remove that. Right, the next thing we want to do is take one of the clips. You can either copy one or you can use a clip that you've not used, and we're going to make it for our title kind of intro scene. So what we're going to do is find a blur, a Gaussian blur, and we will put that on the clip. So if we just drag that on there, and now what we can do is in the effects controller we can adjust the amount of blur that we've got. So we will knock that down a little bit, and we will now find a title to throw on top of it. So if we use title 8 in this example, and just cut the length of that down, and let's just give that a go and see what that looks like. See, with the slow-mo in the background, with the blur on top and the nice kind of modern title look, it looks like a nice professional cinematic kind of trailer. So if we just put some text in here, and as always, like, comment and tab. So if we give that a go now, here we go, looking much better. The next thing to do is to export the file. So let's go into export, and you can see 189 meg, it's only a 30-second clip. Find the location that you want to save it in, it's fairly straightforward for everyone. Go in, save that, and we'll give that a go. Guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm no professional, but what I've taught you guys today is what I've kind of self-taught and kind of learned from picking up from other YouTube videos and just trial and error really. Based on the end result, do you think that you would upgrade your DJI Osmo Pocket to the latest model? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. As always, let me know as well what video you'd like to see next, and be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Peace.